Hello, hello, hello there. Welcome back to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. Okay, so I picked up some goat meat. Goat meat. And so I want to make for you in the pressure cooker bourbon goat stew. Bourbon goat stew. So this is the Kickin bourbon that is calling for me to have some more of. And so I want to try it on the goat meat and see how it tastes. And I'm going to let you know, okay? Alright, so follow me along. Give it a thumbs up. Share the video. Subscribe. Thanks. Okay, so I have here a pound of goat meat. And let's start with our seasonings. I'll put some black pepper on it. Some adobo light. That means light in salt. Some garlic paste. That's the garlic paste. Okay, I'm going to go with a half of a heaping teaspoon. A half of a heaping teaspoon of garlic paste. Right here I already cooked some rice in the rice cooker. That's going to go along with the meal. Okay. No salt sassoon. And this is what the box looks like for the no salt sassoon. No salt. That's one package. Okay, and I just want to mix this all together. This is what we're looking like. Okay, now this is the insert for the pressure cooker. So let's start loading it up. I have some carrots. I'm going to pour the water off the carrots. Oh, that was one very, very large fat carrot. Okay. A cup of onions cut up, like so. This is about a half a cup of red peppers. This is a cup of mushrooms. Okay, now I want to add the Kickin bourbon sauce. Now this sauce is also a sauce marinade if you want to use it for that. And it says it's good for wings, meat, seafood, and veggies. Okay, so I'm going to first put some on the vegetables. I want to get the bourbon sauce all over the vegetables first. Okay, let's mix that in. going to add some more on there. Now I'm going to add the goat meat. And put the sauce on top of the goat meat. Okay, let's mix that in. Now I thought this would be another great dish for your Thanksgiving feast. You know I'm on my Thanksgiving series, and this is definitely something different. Something that they'll go and talk about for days. Okay, now I'm going to add some water. So right away when I added the water, cut the water off, it made like this sauce. Let me get something to show you the sauce. See, it's a brown color. Okay. Alright, so now I want to add just a drop more. Okay, so I've used half the bottle so far. Okay, and this is 16 fluid ounces, so I've used 8 ounces so far. Okay, now I'm going to turn you to the pressure cooker. Okay, that's what we're looking like. Now I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put the cover on it and lock it down. And I'm going to set the timer. I want to cook this for let me stop that one, wrong button. Okay, try that. Okay, let's go 45 minutes. I want that nice and tender. Okay, and we'll come back when the pressure cooker stops, and then I'll show you what else I'm going to do. Thanks. Okay, the pressure cooker has stopped. Our 45 minutes have expired, and I'm going to show you that progress. Before I do that, let me give you the word of the day. The word of the day is: Mama may have, Papa may have, your kids may have, the preacher may have, your brother may have, but God bless the child that has his or her own place, his or her own bills, his or her own car, his or her own children, if they want, his or her own brain, his or her own voice. God bless the child that has his or her own. That's the word of the day. You think about that. Okay. All right, let's check on our stew. Okay. Our stew is done, you see. So I want to pour some of the juice off so I can thicken the juice or the broth. Okay, that's what it looks like so far after I poured the broth off. Okay, now first I want to taste it. Wow, that flavor is awesome. Oh wow, I like the flavor. I love it. Okay, I want to thicken the broth. So I'm gonna put some of the broth in this bowl here, and I'm going to add some cornstarch to thicken it a little, just a little. I want some body to it. Cornstarch. I'll get a clean spoon. Okay, I have the 2 heaping tablespoons of cornstarch in this bowl. When you're mixing cornstarch, you want to add cornstarch until it feels thick. Now this still feels like watery to me. So I'm going to add another heaping tablespoon of cornstarch. So that's 3 heaping tablespoons of cornstarch so far. Okay, it feels like it's thicker. Now it will thicken more when we cook it on the stove. So I'm going to put the broth here from the stew, and we're going to pour the cornstarch and broth mixture in this strainer. That's to make sure any lumps don't go in. Okay, now I'm going to turn the fire on. And let that thicken up a little bit. It'll take a few minutes for the cornstarch to start to thicken. Okay, I'm going to give this 2 minutes and I'll bring you right back. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting to see some bubbles so that I'll know that it's cooking, because cornstarch will show you like little bubbles. Oh yes, definitely getting thick, definitely. Okay, now I'm going to add our stew, our goat meat stew. You got a little drop of water to rinse the pot out. Well, the insert out. I have a half ounce of water here. I don't want it thick like gravy. I just want enough for it to have some body. Okay. Let me show you what I have. You see? It's pouring out, but you can still see the spoon is coated a little. See? That's what we want. Oh, the color is beautiful. We have fall colors, fall colors. Okay, it is done. I'm going to plate up and show you with our rice. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Kickin bourbon goat stew. Wow, look at that. Fall colors. All ready for Thanksgiving. Okay, let me taste. Okay, guys, let's taste. Okay, I got the vegetables and goat meat, carrots, rice. The goat meat is nice and tender, because when you cook it in the pressure cooker, that's what it does. It tenderizes meat. Oh, the flavor is really, really, really good, guys. Mmm. Home run. Talk to you in the next one. Thanks.